The PERTAMINA Mandalika circuit in Indonesia. What a return it has been for MotoGP to this part of Southeast Asia for the first time in 1997. We've been waiting for this moment for so many years, and now it's finally arrived. It is time for MotoGP qualifying. A star-studded opening qualifier featuring the likes of Marc Marquez, Pol Espargaro on the podium, of course, in the season opener for Repsol Honda, Pecco Bagnaia and Joan Mir coming up very, very shortly. You're not going to want to miss the next 45 minutes or so on track here in Mandalika. The grandstands are starting to fill up. They say Spain is kind of the European heartbeat of MotoGP. I think the heartbeat for the rest of the world nestles right here in Indonesia. Q1 coming up very, very shortly, and look at the names that feature in this opening 15-minute session. Andrea Dovizioso, Taka Nakagami, Maverick Vinales, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Marco Bezzecchi, who's just had a brilliant FP4 session, Alex Marquez, the rookies Raul Fernandez and Remy Gardner. And look at those names at the bottom of that graphic in Q1. Pol Espargaro, Joan Mir, Pecco Bagnaia and Marc Marquez. Four guys you could make a strong case for being race-winning candidates here tomorrow. They're trying to fight for just 2 places in Q2 coming up later on. Guys who are already through are Quartararo, Morbidelli, who was just quickest in FP4, Zarco, Martin, Bastianini, Miller, Aleix Espargaro, Binder, Oliveira and Alex Rins, who had a very dramatic FP4. If you joined us earlier on, a big technical problem for the factory Suzuki. It caught fire, Rins jumped off. There was a red flag in FP4, but Marc Marquez then, you don't see it very often, this man going into Q1. There's some big names that are going to be very, very disappointed going into tomorrow's 27-lap Grand Prix of Indonesia. Can it be Marc Marquez? Can it be Pecco Bagnaia, Mir, Pol Espargaro? Don't discount the likes of Marco Bezzecchi as well, who was just brilliant in FP4. This is so hard to call, Simon, and with grid position so vital, first lap so crucial, and with it being hard to overtake here in Indonesia, if any of these big names are sort of 4th row or lower, they've got a long, hard afternoon coming up tomorrow. Well,
I'd go as far as saying their day's over tomorrow if they're in 4th row, because at this level you can't give away, like I said, when you're in 4th row, by the time you get through the first few turns, the field spread out, you've lost too much time on the leader already, you know, without having to fight back through. Fighting back through is too hard on the tyres, and then your day's over. Hey, this man on screen now is one I worry about, because he looked awesome at the test. I really put him down for a podium or win if the race was the next day. And now with this big change, especially tyre construction wise, he does not look happy. He doesn't. You're absolutely right, Simon. And the worrying thing as well is, I mean, if there's one motorcycle that always looks super planted, stable, it's the Suzuki. Yet here it's looked anything but. It's been out of shape, it's been out of line. The guys clearly just can't get the acceleration grip, they can't carry the corner speed they want because the rear's floating on corner entry. This is as kind of erratic as I've seen a Suzuki for a long time. Yep, good point. And it looked incredible at the test. It's so good at making tyres that others can't do the distance on. They can, you know. And yeah, so they're the ones I feel sorry for. Juan, I saw him come in at the end of one of the sessions yesterday with I think it was 19-20 laps on it, and it still looked like new, a medium. It looks like he can't make the medium work, has to ride on the soft. And when you're going to go through Q1, trying to get into Q2 and race, you know, and everything all on the same tyre, you can only use one tyre, you haven't got many left. It's been remiss of me to not mention this man when we talk about big stars coming up in Q1 as well. What can Maverick Vinales do on the factory Aprilia RSGP? He was one rider at the end of play yesterday that said he was struggling big time to get some grip out of that medium rear tyre. Maverick Vinales also still not able to fully push to the limit when he comes to time attack mode. It'd be a surprise if Vinales can get through in this session. Pol Espargaro was a bit unfortunate at the end of FP2 yesterday afternoon. Clearly felt like he had the speed to advance directly into Q2, but it was a front brake problem which also actually hit Suzuki's Joan Mir that halted his progress. That's why he was dumped down in 19th place. Pol Espargaro on our screen now is one of the few very happy men when you ask him about tyres. He was fast at the test, but also he he's made friends straight away with the medium rear tyre, and this man on screen struggled to make friends with it. All the other Honda riders, I get the feeling from their interviews that they weren't as happy. But Pole, with his different style, is happy on the medium rear tyre, and that could be crucial. That's a big, feather in his cap going into tomorrow's race.
Absolutely. Every rider you look at, you sort of think, well, he's got a chance of getting through this session as well. There's so many top quality riders. This year's MotoGP field is stacked so deep with talent. Here we go then, folks. It's only round 2 in 2022, but it's been a long time since I've been this pumped and ready for a Q1 session in MotoGP, with the likes of Marc Marquez, Pol Espargaro, Pecco Bagnaia and Joan Mir fighting for just 2 places to get into that second qualifying session. We just mentioned Marco Bezzecchi. He was brilliant in FP4. Pol Espargaro, I would say he's probably my favourite to get through, based on what we saw from him yesterday. Of all these guys in this session, I think Pol, in terms of race pace and crucially his one-lap pace, looked the most comfortable.
I have to agree with you. I agree. And the thing I'd have to add is the problem with Bagnaia and a couple of others that are fully ready to take a risk to get through, and they're also super talented guys, you know, so it's really hard one to pick. Yeah, there's going to be a few big names in this MotoGP pack tonight going to bed in Lombok very, very angry and upset because they're going to have a long, hard race ahead of them.
Walking on water at the moment. Everything is going right for the Ugazzini. What a performance from Fabio.
Yeah, thank you. It's a great performance for Fabio. He do 1 hour some laps, also with no grip on track. And so his feels good too. And we are very happy, and now we try to improve if you can, always.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Gresini Racing Ducati. Humongous congratulations to Fabio Di Giannantonio. He comes through one of the most dramatic Q1 sessions, one of the most dramatic qualifying sessions you will ever see. And we've still got Q2 to come up. Pecco Bagnaia goes through then with a 1:31.219, joined by Fabio Di Giannantonio. Luca Marini third. Marco Bezzecchi, another impressive rookie, out-qualifies Marc Marquez. 2 crashes for him. Pol Espargaro will start 16th. Mir goes from 18th out of Alex Marquez, Vinales, Raul Fernandez, Gardner, Binder and Taka Nakagami. Wow, that feels like we've had a season's worth of drama crammed into 15 minutes. What an amazing, unforgettable Q1 session that was in MotoGP. 25 years we've had to wait for MotoGP action in Indonesia. Boy, was it worth the wait. Incredible. Don't go anywhere, folks, as well, because we've still got a fight for pole position coming up here as well at the PERTAMINA Mandalika circuit. But it's Pecco Bagnaia who goes through in the most dramatic Q1 we've remembered for a long, long time. Don't go anywhere, folks. MotoGP pole position at stake, up next here in Mandalika.